Teehee.
I'm not a furry. I'm not a furry. I swear I'm not a furry. It's all lies and slander. Please, for the love of God, don't call me a furry. Sure? Dude, shut up. fucking hate it here. I regret starting to stream. Hello. Hello. We accept you even if you are furry. That's insane. That's crazy. I don't agree with this. Sorry, I'm a bit out of breath. I had to chase after Einstein like just 2 minutes ago. Jesus Christ. Hold on. Wait, who was first? Fuzzy was first. Congratulations. And Nibi, thank you so much for the resub, Tihi. Tihi, how are you? Pisoshi? I'm okay. Dude, I have so much work to do. So I was like, you know what? I think I'll just stream instead. So I'm like actively fucking myself in the ass, but here we are. Demolition Day, let's go. Hello, Song. Actually, okay, hello, Song. Hello, Fuzzy. Hello, Nibby. Hello, Akuma. Hello, Ocean. Thank you so much for the lurk. And hello, Somnium Knight. Hi. Good to see you guys. Jesus, let me catch my breath. Fucking Einstein is gonna be the death of me, I swear to God. How are you guys? How are you doing today? Oh, Nibi speaking Spanish. Nice. I see your Spanish lessons are going well. But yes, yeah, I'm actively avoiding work today. So I was like, you know what? I want to play some demos. I've had my eye on. There's this one demo I want to play from It Reaches, because I keep hearing people talk about it, and I hope it's good. I hope it's not disappointing. Hello, Floresta!
Hello,
Hi.
Ellie //.
Hi. Also, hello, Jason. Thank you for the head pet. Good to see you guys. Thank you so much for the resub. Hello to chat and my favorite animal. Fuck you, bro. Actually, fuck you. Dude. That giveaway was a mistake. Actually, should I link the giveaway here? I'm holding a giveaway on like YouTube currently. But I guess I could pin it here as well. Fuck me yourself, you coward. Never. No thank you. Hold on. Oh my god, I hate hearing myself. Honestly, editing shorts is like horrendous when you hear yourself. Steam key giveaway over here. And then we pin it. And manually unpin. And you know what we're gonna do? You know what? How are you guys today, by the way? Are you guys excited for Steam Next Fest? Hello, Retro. Hi. There we go. It's in the title too now. I forgot. I scrapped YouTube Shorts off my PC and it now just forces it into a video. Oh, jeez. Yeah, I guess that happens, yeah. Oh, no. It's not for YouTube only. I also posted it on TikTok and Insta. But, TikTok sucks because, it, like, geologs me to Austrian only. Like, the only people that get my TikToks are either my followers or Austrians. And obviously Austrians and German are not really my, you know, demographic because I speak English. I make English content. But since TikTok decides to geolog people, my TikTok reach is, like, abysmal. So, you know, TikTok can suck my ass, but I'm still gonna post on TikTok, but it's just gonna be a video dump. But like the giveaway is still like valid on TikTok and Instagram as well. But I really want to focus on YouTube the most. So, you know, when I say something, it's mostly just about like YouTube. But yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know, Ellie. Those giveaway requirements is asking a lot. Really, is it? Is that already too much to ask? There are too many animals I love. I know. I had a few complaints about that. Like, how am I supposed to choose my favorite animal? But like, choose one. Choose one. You can only choose one. Demographic is crazy, Zonk. I actually like that one. Then I'll save the funny comments for YouTube. Honestly, if you want, if TikTok is like more convenient for you, just, you know, feel free to be on TikTok. That's why I post everywhere, because some of them are just more convenient for certain people. But yeah, also hi Ellie, by the way. Did the cheese slap work? I didn't pay attention. Did it work? I don't think it worked. No cheese? Okay, hold on. Sorry for scamming you. Ellie, refund yourself, please. If you want. Let me see. I stand by my answer. Cats are the best. Honestly, Somnian Knight, that's a good answer. I love cats as well. Hold on, I'm restarting Mix It Up right now. Hopefully that fixes some stuff. I didn't join the giveaway because it's not something I would use, but my two favorite animals are bats and corvids. Nice, nice. Yeah, I mean, can you explain how I refund myself, please? You can't, unfortunately, you can't refund yourself, Zonk. Only mods can. But yeah, like, if the game is not something you would use, of course, don't feel forced to join the giveaway. I just really, honestly, it's so cute. So I was like, you know what? Let's do a giveaway for that stuff. Because I'm pretty sure some people are gonna enjoy it as well. Hi, Sable. Thank you for the lurk. Fine, I put one down. What are you gonna choose, Fuzzy? What are you gonna choose? I tried the fund collector in stores, but I was not allowed to do that, and the clerks got mad. Damn. That's crazy. The Canadian links? Oh, let me Google that one. Canadian links. Canadian links. Oh my god, what a cute boy! Oh, I love their faces. Okay, yeah, that's very cute. They're so fluffy, yeah. That's adorable. Ellie, I was at the spare ribs, all you can eat. Oh, I am so jealous, Gracie. I was at the spare ribs, all you can eat today. It was so good. That now is my second favorite animal. Alright, you know what? Very fair. Retro, thank you for streaking. Oh my god, already a 10 stream streak. That's crazy. That's crazy. It still blows my mind that some of you guys are just here every single time, even if it's just for a few minutes. I appreciate that. Okay, let me make sure my redeems work, because apparently everything just wants to break on me. Okay. So that works. Let me do the cheese slap.
Cheese.
The cheese doesn't work. Why is it not working? Hold on, I might know why, actually. Am I stupid? Hold on. No, that doesn't make sense. Guys, when is a normal age to buy your own cutlery? As soon as you move out, I would say. Unless you really fucking hate the cutlery that you have at home and you feel like you need to buy your own for it to feel right. I feel like some people know what I'm talking about. There's certain cutlery that makes my skin crawl. Stupid is my job. Honestly, same. I'm on a 150 stream streak with another streamer. Let's go, dude. I didn't expect them to have all you can eat, but I went there to eat ribs. And then the waiter told us we now have all you can eat for spare ribs on Wednesdays. Now that is my favorite day and wait to get even more fat. Let's fucking go. Dude, I love food. I would go ham on that. Wait, do you guys always start streaming when I'm outside? Oh my god, Yumi, I'm sorry. Can you even hear me, Yumi? Do I have to type? I'm sorry, Yumi. I'm so sorry. Honestly, no, I'm not sorry. What do you mean you go outside? Okay, you know what? She didn't even hear. She didn't even hear it. Okay, hold on. Well, stop going outside then. Stop touching the ground. Honestly. Wait, is that Kazu? Kazu, thank you so much for the resub. Hello, hello. How are you? Hello, hello. Also, we had a follow 1 minute ago. 67HODW. Thank you. Hate your name, but thank you. Don't touch the grass, it's dangerous, honestly. Kazu, how are you? It's good to see you. Working. Good luck with work, Kazu. I miss you. We're trying to bring the grass inside, aka buying balcony flowers. Ooh. Honestly, that sounds nice. Wait. Send pictures later. There we go. Don't get me started. This cutlery set my parents got, I hate it. They constantly scratch the bottom of the plates and bowls, and it hurts my... Oh, man. Ah, that makes my skin crawl just reading about it. Ugh. Ew. Ew. But yeah, there's like really like disgusting cutlery out there. I just bought my own first set at 27, and to be fair, I've always lived in shared flats houses since it's way cheaper, so there's already cutlery to use. Yeah. Like, if you already have it and you don't mind using it, then honestly, I don't see a reason to buy new ones. I go in for some... Fuzzy, no, stop talking about it. Oh, that's gross. Oh, I can hear it too. I can hear it in my brain. Ugh. Hold on, I need to drink some water. Oh, that's disgusting, dude. Absolutely revolting. Thank you, Zonk. I'll drink again. I need to leave. I can feel it. Yeah, honestly, I can feel it too. Let's not talk about cutlery anymore. Hi, Ash. How are you? It's good to see you. Hi. Switching to my PC really quick. I need to look at something cool. Someone said... Oh, okay. Good. How about you? I'm good. I'm actively... What is the word? Avoiding work. So I'm streaming instead. It feels great. I'm gonna regret it later, but it feels great right now. But now I have my own dishes and cutlery, and they're in the cupboard where my food is, so I swear to God, if my flatmate uses them, I'm gonna riot. Honestly, yeah, I feel that. I hate when other people use my stuff. Oh well, I used to hate it, because now I live alone and it's great. I love it. All of my stuff is my own. Let's talk about these super cool demos this beautiful doctor is playing today. Oh yeah, so there is this one demo that had a bloody maid on the cover, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna play that. That reminds me of Nibby. I'm not sure what it is about, but we're gonna play it. It's called Floor 9. Honestly, I feel like it's just an anomaly game from what I can see. So it might not have much to do with the bloody maid, but I still grabbed it because, you know, Floor 9, yes. I think it's an anomaly game, we'll see. I don't want to. If it's an anomaly game, I'm not gonna stick too long with it because I don't feel very anomalistic today. But we'll see what it is. I go lurk now. Gotta pick up a car at an auction. Oh, okay, okay. Thank you for stopping by, Kazu. I love you. I miss you. Be safe outside. Thank you. Like, he used my new air fryer after I used it once. Oh my god, I would rip their heads off. Which is whatever, because it's something to cook with, but he left the food in there like it's a storage. Retro, the fact that you are not in jail right now already proves to me that you have way more self-control than I have. I would have ripped his head off, honestly. How fucking dare you? Demos. The other demo is... It Reaches. I'm not sure what It Reaches is either. It looks cool. And I've seen a couple of people like play it and mention it. So I was like, you know what? I want to try it myself. And I guess the other one, the last one I have on my list is not really a demo, but we might go back to Ratshaker again because I got a funny DLC and I want to see the DLC. That's the plan for today. I don't think we have a lot of much more time.
Cheese.
Why is the cheese not working? Hello, Cheeseman. I'm sorry. Everything is broken. That has a DLC? Yeah. Ratshaker has a really funny DLC. Why is it not working, bro? Hold on. Let me reconnect everything. I'm sorry, Cheeseman.
Cheese.
Why are you not working? VTube Studio, hello. It reset everything, that's why. Hello?
Cheese.
Why did everything reset? Oh my fucking god. Honestly, I'm gonna fucking... Okay, hold on. That means the headpad also shouldn't work. Yeah, okay, you know what? We're just gonna disable these ones for now. Because I honestly cannot be asked to just troubleshoot every single fucking stream. Like, why is everything always breaking for me? I don't even do much. Where's the stuff again? Wait. Zuschauerbelohnungen. Why is my Twitch on fucking German as well? Everything is wrong. Ow. At least the bike is still working. But I guess we're gonna get rid of headpad, cheese slap, idiot sandwich, and spray bottle. I think these are the only ones that are not working currently, so we're not gonna bother with them for today. At least save still works. And love still works. At least those things still work. Hold on. I turned off the cat stuff. We're just gonna do that manually today. We're just gonna be a cat manually today. There we go. I'm sorry, no cheese today. I'm sorry. No lactose intolerance today for us. But at least we can still be a cat. A drink. I hated the cheese, that's rude. Why do you hate the cheese? Didn't know how you had cats toggles? Yeah. Ow. I want to add some other animals as well at some point. I shudder when your ears disappear. I need you to know that. Should I go human again, Nippy? Do you want to see me in my human form again?
What the dog doing?
Oh, hello! Hello, Drip Dapper the Dripper. I love your name. Thank you for the follow. Welcome in. No, please. Wow. I eated the cheese. Oh, that's what you meant, Retro. I was like, yeah, who hates cheese? That's crazy. Bring the ears back? Maybe like without warning. Just put Gardic on screen, please. You would take Gardic on screen instead of the human ears? crazy. Well, now I know what Nibby hates the most, I guess. Hello, I am Drip the Dapper with the drip that drips out the dripping by dripping. Or you could just call me Drip or quadruple D. I'll call you Drip. Welcome in, it's good to see you. Why not take it one step further and remove the hair? That is a plan for the future, yes, actually. I just need to do it like the super annoying way because I don't have a toggle for it. So we gotta go bald by me doing all that extra shit. Add more hair. Wait, with your cat ears, put your demon eyes on and we can be twins? Hold on. Does that work without me? Yeah. Yeah, okay, it doesn't conflict. Holy shit, let's go. Look at me, I'm Nibby now. I'm cosplaying Nibby today. Hello. Go full furry toggle? I don't have a furry toggle. Now the human ears? I have to do the human ears another time. Because I currently don't have the button that breaks everything for me to have human ears. But I will add that, don't worry. I will have a human toggle. I'm back and I want to greet my friends and the cow that still hasn't learned to stop peeing everywhere. That's crazy greasy. You gotta say yeah and tasty. Guys, I miss my wife. I miss my wife. You should have a wolf toggle so people can call you emo and a furry. That's insane. You are complete. Oh my god, I want an alpha wolf toggle. Yes. Yes, I'm gonna be an alpha wolf, guys. Hell yeah, dear god, it's like I'm watching my own VOD. Crazy. Hello, alpha. Wait, alpha, stop. You need to teach me how to be an alpha. Please. Chat, she is dodging the furry delegations. I'm not a furry, guys. I swear to god I'm not a furry. Nibby, when did you start streaming? Just like 5 minutes ago. Ellie raided into me. I'm gay. I don't know what to say. Sounds like something a furry would say. Dude. 10 out of 10 no notes. Let's fucking go, bro. I did it. Oh, man. Beautiful, beautiful. Should we start the demos? I kind of want to get into the demos. I want to play all of them a little bit. Hold on. My eye is super itchy. Is this how it feels to be a Nibby? I miss my wife and hi, I'm gay. That's my whole brand. What happened to the ketchup on your face? I got hungry. I was a little bit peckish. So, you know, the ketchup on my face is just a snack for later. And I took advantage of that. Yeah. Yeah. Ellie, you would be a bad Nibby because I gape at Nibby's mom all the time, but I wasn't allowed to gape up your dad. You... Don't gape at my dad. Hello, Sendu. I'm back for some piss choke. Let's go. Hold on. I have piss for you. I got you. There you go. Drink up. Drink the piss. Slurp it up. Give me that. Go. Come get it. Come get it. Oh no, Kana spawn. No. No Kana spawns. Hold on. We behave. We gotta behave. Hand that over. I'm a chug. Let's fucking go. Yeah. Sonk. I literally, I genuinely got scared when you said that. Hands off, that's my piss. Oh my god. Ellie, can your next giveaway be your char? Sure. We can do that. Nibby, don't summon Kana. Hold on. No. I'm checking the list the whole time. Oh my god, that's so scary. Okay. Can I call dibs on the piss? Everyone gets a little bit of piss eventually. Don't worry about it. Crazy how people get crazy over piss. Couldn't be me. Crazy indeed. Crazy indeed. Chad is trying to steal my piss immediately. I'm sorry. Everyone is a bit piss crazy in here. Okay, but no joke. A piss jar plush would be 10 out of 10 merch. So I'm gonna be real with you. I started actually trying to make a piss jar with crocheting. I have a few failed attempts, but it's getting better. So maybe if I can crochet a piss jar like successfully, I might just hand that out as merch. I might just hand that out as merch. You gave me a heart attack with that first part. Good. A one-off prototype? I mean, I used to make plushies for a living, so it's not like I wouldn't be able to, like, you know, make them super quickly. I just need like the first, I just need one successful attempt, and then I can recreate it like all the damn time. So yeah, it would definitely be possible. I'll say dibs on the first successful attempt. All right, you'll get the first one. So how do we crowdfund this thing? maybe when I actually have the successful attempt. Maybe then we can talk about crowdfunding it. Because unfortunately the materials are really not cheap. Unfortunately they are not cheap at all. Okay. Okay, but I want to get... Hold on, let me start up the demo, because we can still yap while I'm playing. Which one do we want to go for first, though? Can you mayhap send me a list of Amazon links with the material? Oh, I don't get my materials off Amazon. I get it from a Dutch... no, not Dutch, sorry. Danish company. Called Hobby. They have the best materials, but they are unfortunately not the cheapest. But I really like their materials. I'm gonna get back to work stuffs. May the piss be with you all. Okay, Zendu, thank you for lurking. May the piss be with you as well. Can you send me links for the Danish company? I will. Hobby is the name of the site. Yeah. Hobby. Exactly how Zork is spelling it. Yeah. It's exactly that one. That one is my favorite for like materials when it comes to crafting. I'd imagine making quality piss is expensive. You have no idea, Fuzzy. Please play the Bloody Maid one. Okay, yeah, I can play the Bloody Maid one. I hope there's actually a Bloody Maid and it wasn't just for the advertising, because I would be really mad if that was the case. Hobby has a sale right... Oh shit, Gracie, don't say that. Is it grass-fed piss? Always. Okay, let's play floor 9 then. Let's play floor 9. If there's no Bloody Maid, can we reduce our cortisol with Ratshaker? You know what, Fuzzy? That's a great idea. Oh god, this game is so loud. Holy shit, hold on. Grass-fed piss is crazy talk, but I'm all for it. Hey, it's only the best type of piss. Only the best type. Okay, floor 9. Game sound is also floor 9. There we go. Okay. You know what? We just leave the piss out today. If there isn't a Bloody Maid, I'm going to freak out. I need this. I agree. Let me... I'll save. Okay, let me minimize everything. Oh, hold on. Let me first check on my abandoned child. That is YouTube. Because I keep forgetting about it. Alright, we're okay. Oh my god, a cow just suddenly appeared on my screen. Nibbles come back. What am I not? That's crazy. Am I just not good enough anymore? Do I need to be Nibby for you guys to accept me? I mean, honestly, that's understandable. What do you mean abandoned? Don't worry about it, song. Oh, it's only Ellie? Wow. Don't be too excited. Jesus Christ, bro. Look at the eyes, I'm still there. Nibby is still inside of me, guys, don't worry. Shit, I couldn't even say that with a straight face. Nibby is still inside of me, guys, don't worry, she's still here. You don't need to, but it certainly helps. Choking off, that's crazy, Gracie. You're right, though, I agree. I also prefer Nibby over myself. Okay. You ate nibbles? Yeah, yeah, totally. It's okay, though, because it's fine. I only ate part of her, and she can regenerate, so it's okay. I just got a little hungry. Wait, did I set the game sound? Yes, I did. Yes, that's the yeah, that's the context. Okay. Hold on. I need to change the category as well, I think. I don't think it changed. Also, just a forewarning, I'm pissing like a horse today. So if I have to go up to piss more often than usual, you know why. I'm super hydrated today. Okay.
Drink water.
Oh, you see that? I think that's the maid right there. Oh, you don't see my... Hold on. Why don't you see my cursor anymore? I almost spat water. Wait, what did I say? Wait, what did I say that made you spit out water? Wait, what was I even just talking about? I forgot. I have small brain today. I'm pissing like a horse. Oh yeah, I did say that. Pissing like a horse. Yeah, that's the one. Hello? Oh, so it isn't... Okay, it is an anomaly game. It is an anomaly game. If you detect an anomaly, press... Okay, if everything is normal, press eyes closed. Maid! You're not bloody at all. I feel cheated. Alright, so this is an small brain just today. You know what, Zark? Fuck you. So I assume the first round is normal? Let's look at everything. What a fucking scam, right? I hope she's gonna be bloody eventually. Please do not disturb. There's a painting that's definitely gonna change. 1716. Ah, what do you mean I get hiccups right now? So I'm not sure how detailed this is gonna be. We'll see, I guess. 4 towels. 4 toilet paper. 2 of those blue things. 4 toilet paper on top. 2... Okay. This is easy enough to remember. Do not use elevator if... In case of fire. Don't tell me what to do. Okay, floor 9, 16, 19, 13, 15, 14, 15, exit. There's definitely gonna be someone standing over here. I can already tell. High voltage. A flower. And paintings that are also definitely gonna change. I already forgot me too. And chicken bones. Let's count the bones. 4 bones. Blah, blah, blah. Red wine. I don't like horror. I'm out. Hello, Anab. It's okay. Surely this is not gonna be spooky at all. Have a great stream. Thank you, Anab. Okay, so I guess it's normal for now. The first one is always normal, right? Pull the fire alarm? I wonder if I can. Wait. Did you see that? There were hands right here. Okay, hold on. Your eyes tell me otherwise, though. It's okay, Nibby just wanted the spooky eyes. Okay, let's look at these ones first. I think everything is normal here. Okay. There's also nothing here. This also seems normal. Honestly, I already forgot everything we just went through, but it's okay. It's alright. I'm not sure how detailed this is gonna be. It looks normal. It definitely does. Yeah, it seems normal. It was normal. There are arms. Did you see that? Okay. No one here yet? Exit? Oh, I didn't pay attention to this. Paintings? Plants? This seems normal too. If the numbers are gonna change, I'm fucked though. I don't pay attention to numbers. This also seems normal. Oh, wait. The light wasn't on in this painting, right? No, I'm pretty sure that there was no light in the painting. What's a number? I don't know. That's an extremely good question. Yeah, I think this is an anomaly. Let's see. Oh, also, hold on. I need to do something real quick. And load my model. Okay, there we go. Why is... Oh, she's moving. Okay. Man, why are you not bloody? 7 is a number, is it? Really? Wait, we were right? Okay, we're on floor 6, yes. Oh, they also have little peepholes. We should pay attention to those peepholes as well. Nothing here. Where's my bloody maid? Okay. 14, 15. Oh, Nibby, do you want a snack? Are you a bit hungry, Nibby? I have one for you. On my way? Okay, I'll leave it here for you. I'll leave it here for you. Yummy. Can I crouch? No, I can't. Alright, well. That's that, I guess. A snack for Nibby. We got it. Yeah, I see you. Okay, so she moves when I look at her. But this one seems to move like every time, so I guess the best course of action is like always looking to the left first. It's on floor 6, apartment 13. Yeah. That's where your snack is, Nibby. I don't like these paintings. Okay. 15, 14. Tasty. Oh! Hello! Somebody left their child here. Oh, it's following me with its head too. I hate that. I'm leaving. I knew something was gonna be up there eventually. It's way too dark. I know what you're playing at Anomaly game. I know what you're doing. I've played your things too many times. Wait, this way first. Free orphan. Free orphan. Okay. This seems normal. 16. Please do not disturb. Okay. We had a lot of anomalies in a row, so maybe this one is normal again. Here's what you should do when you see an abandoned child. Step 1, walk away. Exactly. I've read too many horror stories. I'm waiting for someone to stand here and scare the shit out of me. Okay. Yeah, this seems normal again. Exit is normal too. I think this one is normal. Unless the walls and the floor change, because if they do, I'm fucked. Also, we have like... okay. I didn't look at the ceiling yet. Is there a child up here? No. Maybe this is normal. Let's see. I hope it's normal. It was normal. Okay. Alright. We're not doing too bad. Kana overslept, that's why she did not appear. Okay, good. She didn't need to see that anyways. Honestly, where is my bloody maid? I feel lied to. I want blood. Do not disturb. Okay. I want to be chased by a bloody murder maid. Is that too much to ask? Maybe it is. Maybe it is too much to ask. This one looks normal too. Shit, this one looks normal. Exit looks normal too. Does it look normal? Yeah. I think this is normal too, but I don't trust it. Does the cart have rolls, or am I yeah, it does, okay. Or wheels, I should say. Not rolls, wheels. Okay, you know what? Maybe this is normal too. It probably isn't. I would be surprised if this one was normal. Oh my fuck, it wasn't! It was an anomaly somewhere! Shit. Okay. I didn't see anything though. What the hell was the anomaly? That's rough. We almost had it too. Fucking where exactly? Fucking where? They must be hidden crazy good. Okay. This one looks normal too. I can't really find anything. Where's your blood at? Honestly, what a cheat. Okay, speedrun. Everything looks normal. I'm sorry, Nibby. I disappointed you. Maybe the table is changing too. The hand is here. Okay, here you go. Here you go, Nibby. Have another snack as an apology. Take the snack. Wait, yeah. A snack, yeah. At least we have snackies. Okay. Okay. Wait. Okay, no. I was hallucinating that she was bloody, but she wasn't. We need some Ratshaker afterward. Yeah, I agree. I feel like Ratshaker is in order again. I'm very disappointed. I want more bloody maids. I think I'm gonna be washed away by ads in about 9 minutes. Okay, yeah, you're right. 9 minutes. Like exactly 9 minutes. How did you know? Do I have a timer somewhere that you guys can see? Oh! Oh, hello! Just hanging out, huh? Okay. I'm leaving. You must be an Aussie. You're right. Okay. Okay. You're cleaning some... Oh, you know what? No, the wheels were the thing that were wrong. It was the wheels. Okay, okay, okay. I know now. I know what to look out for on the cart. It was the fucking wheels. At least I know now. Okay. 15, 14. Hello? Oh, his eyes are open. Ew, that's gross, actually. I don't like that. I'm leaving. Ew, ew, ew. I don't like him looking at me like that. Okay, floor 5. Okay, his eyes are closed again. No snacks. No snacks. Styler, thank you for the lurk. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate you. No orphan? No orphan either. Wheels are here. This seems normal so far. I don't know though. Some of these are pretty well hidden. Okay. Let's see. One of them has to be normal anyways. Oh, my neck. Okay, it was normal. Okay, he's putting his tray back. Maid is leaving. Okay. $17, $16, $18. There has to be something happening over here too. I don't trust it. Kana, hello! Oh my god, I'm so glad you didn't come like 10 minutes earlier. Hi, how are you? We talked about you earlier. Kana, how are you? I miss you. You still have to piss. Oh shit! Hold on. Don't look, Kana. Don't look. Hold on. There's nothing here. Absolutely nothing here. I didn't confess to be a fur. Kana, I'm not a furry. Please believe me. At least you believe me, right? I'm not a furry. I swear I'm not. Yeah, we talked about you earlier, Kana. They tried to summon you, but it didn't work. Thank God. Okay, exit. Oh my god, this looks normal too, guys. I think I'm fucking it up. Shit. I'm not awake enough for any of the... It's okay, it's okay. Everyone is well behaved right now. You came at the right time. But good morning. I hope you're doing well. What? Something has to change over here. This looks it looks super normal, doesn't it? But I don't trust it. Let's go normal. You did successfully summon Kana. It was just delayed. True. Very true. Also, I didn't... 3 people. Emergency. Okay. It seems normal. Please let it be normal. Drew, hello! Drew, how are you? It's good to see you. Shit. Fuzzy, it wasn't normal. I'm gonna fucking crash out, bro. What do you mean it wasn't normal? What was the thing? I woke up 20 minutes ago. Good morning, Drew. Save the crash out. Honestly, yeah, I'm gonna save it for the red, but I'm genuinely about to crash out. How detailed is this game? Oh, the orphan. Okay, we got the orphan again. Okay. If we don't make it this time, we're gonna go take our anger out on a rat. Okay. Okay. What the fuck, man? These anomalies are not obvious at all. Okay. Speed run, speed run. 15, 14. Okay. No snack. Okay. It's normal, right? It has to be normal. Oh, my neck hurts. Also, ads start in like 2 minutes. Okay. Put your tray out. Thank you. You leave. Thank you. Okay. All right. Actually, I wonder if we can break the maid by not looking at her and just going backwards. Maybe we can see what she looks like. This looks all normal. Okay. Okay. No snacky? This also looks normal. Shit. Shit. Fuck me, dude. It looks normal, but it probably isn't. Probably isn't normal at all. Okay, the wheels are on here. Is the reflection wrong way, maybe? It looks alright. Okay. It looks normal. Please let it be normal. Bro, oh, okay, we got the bloody maid. Hold on. We got it. Oh shit, dude. Does she kill me? Okay, okay. That's good. That's great. Okay. Alright. You know what? This is all I wanted, actually. Wait, shit, hold on, I wanted to break her. I want to see if I can break. That's no anomaly. That's normal. That's my everyday life with Nibby. That seems normal. That seems super normal. I broke her. Hello. That sounded juicy. Very juicy. Well, at least we got our bloody maid. Okay. You know what? I feel like this was a success. But I don't feel like being very observant anymore, so... We're gonna switch games. We're gonna go Ratshaker. I want to see the new Ratshaker stuff. Hello another. I'm so sorry for everyone who just came in. I'm so happy we saw her. Me too. At least the ad didn't lie to me. That's all I wanted. That's all I wanted. I really need to piss, so I'm a go pee real quick. I will give you guys Gardic on stream while I'm gone. I think I got no Fuzzy. I snoozed the ads. That's why they didn't happen. I'm gonna run the ads right now. I'm so sorry. I wish I didn't have to run them, but Twitch is yelling at me to run them. Okay. Let me put up a game for you guys. There we go. Make sure to fill up the jar. I will. Okay. Shout if you need anything. I will. Okay. Wait, Nibby, you gotta play your favorite game first. Okay, I'll run the ad now. And then shall start this. And I will be right back. Oh my god, Nibby, go make eggs. Go make your food. You don't have to play this, it was a joke. Also, hi, Amon. Look at my points I saw. I'm so proud of you. I'm super proud of you. Now go make food. Go make food. Yes, yes, yes. There we go. I'll set up the other game in the meantime. I guess we go Ratshaker now. Relinquish, thank you for the stream streak. What a great time to return Yumi! Hello! Ah shit, I forgot this game is full screen. Hold on. Display. I want it windowed. Hello? Oh. There we go. Game capture. Ratshaker. Damn, you guys are doing good today. Nice. Okay. Awesome. Good job. We're back. We're back. Carrying over here. Why do I have no... Oh, wait. Is my sound barked? Can you guys not hear me? They're fucking with you? Okay. I don't have the energy for for that kind of joke today, since everything else is breaking anyways. Okay. Wait. Is the... Okay. Yeah, not sure about the game. Hold on. I'm gonna mute some stuff first. Okay. I'm not sure. Wait, you are in fact audible? Okay, okay. Okay. Oh yeah, I was just about to type the same thing. Okay, game sound works as well. Yes, it does. It does indeed. Wait, did my category change? Yes, it did. Okay. So I got a really funny DLC of Ratshaker, but oh god, it's so loud, bro. Holy shit, I'm so sorry. Okay, hold on though. How do yeah, game sound works. I'm so sorry. That was probably really loud. I am so sorry, guys. But how do I... Hold on, I want my DLC though. Customization? Oh, there she is! Oh my god, okay, hold on. Do I have more though? Nezumi-chan? Space Red. Why is my mouse so weird? Default red. Okay. This is the DLC that I got. It's the kawaii ubu mouse, apparently. Hold on. I forgot how much you have to shake her. Jesus Christ. And even roller coaster? True. Shake him more? Okay. I hate roller coasters, me too. I never really liked them, honestly.
You shaking that rat with your psycho self in the bottom right is really fitting.
True. I'm imagining this is chat right now. I wanna hear her talk though. Feel it? I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it so hard right now. Taste it, I'ma slurp it up.
It doesn't matter how much you shake me. You can't undo what has been done, Baka.
I'm sorry, what? Oh my god, this is great. Hello, Abba. Welcome in. Abby Larky, love you, Ellie. Love you too, Kana. Thank you for the lurk. I'm stopped already. Squeeze. Gladly. Hello, Nimbus. Squeeze. Oh. Hello, hello. I hope you guys are doing well. All right.
I yield. You've broken my will. Oh, great shaker of rats. The answers you seek are over there. Beyond that hill stands a house that was not there before. A house that has no familiar shape. A house built by Sin Desu. Go now.
Built by Sin Desu.
Seek what you yearn for.
Ooh, woo. Hello, Yumi Ubu. What do you mean you regret having ears? Does the fire hurt me? No. This is the worst DLC ever, bro.
I'm cheese to meet you too.
Tee. I love this DLC.
This is where it happened. You know what's inside. And there's no turning back, Baka. You must find it. Abandon hope. Ye who enter here. Ulu?
This is the worst DLC I've ever got.
Okay, dude, that one actually hurt. Like, seriously, cut it out.
No. What? Wait, how do I open doors again?
Actually, don't do that, Baka. Your supercilious behavior is...
Shut up.
Oh my god.
I think you broke something.
The fucking voice switches.
Actually, don't do that, Baka.
Shake, then squeeze. Yeah, but it immediately resets.
Emergency.
I don't think this works anymore the way it used to. Am I stupid?
Your supercilious behavior is quite discourteous, Baka.
Why does it reset immediately? I'm still trying to figure out what the fuck is happening. I got a Ratshaker DLC. Okay, oh my god, okay. Yeah, I'm entering. There we go. I want to see what happens when she dies. If you don't shake it for a few seconds, then it just disappears. Yeah, but it like disappeared immediately. I couldn't even like squeeze it. Okay, I want to see what happens.
Are you tired of dealing with pesky rats that just won't leave you alone? Introducing Ratshaker, the fast,
Watch out for
easy, and fun
Truck-kun.
way
Oh
to
my
keep
god,
rats
imagine
in check.
Truck-kun is in here.
Just hold, shake.
The TV explodes, right? Does it not? I guess it doesn't anymore. Sorry, I gotta shake you a bit more.
Your supercilious
Shut up. It does in a different room? Okay. But this one still... Hold on. I guess no. Okay. We're going. Wait. Right? Okay. I'm not sure what all changed, to be honest. I haven't played this in a while. I'm not playing through the whole game either, I think. I think it's a bit too long to replay the whole thing.
Oof.
Oof!
Your act.
Beautiful. What a beautiful DLC. I wish I had played the same... I wish I had played the game through with this DLC. Is this one exploding? Hi, Dodger.
Are you tired of dealing with pesky rats that
How you doing?
just won't leave you alone? Introducing
I'm cringing so hard. Me
Ratshaker,
too.
the
Me too.
fast, easy,
There we
and
go.
fun way to keep rats.
No funny voice line? Okay. I wish he would have called me a baka. Hello? There we go. Right. Right. Like, I've played this game too recently. I already know what's happening. I'm alright. What the hell is happening? I'm letting my frustrations out on a very kawaii uwu rat. Isn't she cute? Yeah, that's right. Eat the rat? I wish I could eat it. I wish I could. Squeeze the rat to death? Okay. Damn, that's taking longer than I thought. Oh, there we go. Alright. What the fuck you mean, antivirus? Go away! I'm shaking rats right now. What are you on about? I can eat it for you? Okay, Siler. I'ma feed it to you as a snack for being a good little artist. Okay. But yeah. I don't really want to play through the whole game again because it's still too fresh in my memory. But you guys should get the Kawaii Uwu mouse if you want to play it. Microwave it? I'll microwave the rat. Hold on.
A truly radicalismic turn of events, Desu.
Desu. I hate you so much. Hello? Okay. Alright, let's cook it.
Stop running.
The voice changed. The voice changed. It kills me, Desu. Imagine being the worst person doing the voiceover. I would have so much fun with this cringe stuff. I love it so much. What the fuck is Ratshaker even about? Well, okay. For anyone who doesn't want spoilers, please cover your ears right now. Because I'm gonna tell you the the plot of Ratshaker. Basically, we are a guy who turned into an alcoholic, and we basically choked our wife to death. And we stored her in the basement. And that's basically it. And we're just reliving this quote-unquote traumatic experience over and over again with this stupid rat. With this one. And yeah, we're just reliving his memories. That's it. Spoilers are over. But yeah, unfortunately, the whole plot is kind of like fresh in my mind still, because both I and Nibby played it, so I still have like there's nothing that might surprise me anymore. So I'm not playing the full game, but the Uwu rat is pretty funny. Yes.
Actually, don't do that, Baka. Your supercilious behavior is quite discourteous, Baka. Actually, don't do that, Baka.
All right.
Your actions have permanent consequences, you know, Baka.
Baka. Uwu. Desu. Paindayo.
Oh my god.
I think you broke something.
I think you broke something.
The
I
voice
wonder if a
switches.
fall from this high will kill me, Uwu.
That's my brain every day.
You have a nasty attitude, Baka.
Nasty attitude? Are you serious?
Oof.
Oof. Alright, this is it. This is it for this DLC for now. I can't do this anymore. Let me breathe. Okay. We are okay now. So if we ever go back to like replaying old games, rest assured I will play Ratshaker with Kawaii Uwu Rat. This is the best game ever. I hope whoever did the voiceover had a lot of fun with it. But their voice must have hurt after that recording session. Baka, B-A-K-A, daughter. It means idiot in Japanese. Thank you for the clip. God, yeah, all the screaming. Right. I put a clip in the Discord. Thank you, Fuzzy. Thank you, thank you. I'll look at all the clips after stream. Okay, that was really fun. We switch over to It Reaches now. I hope. Okay, so when I launch like every game before streaming just to test that it actually runs, and this game like crashed once. I hope it doesn't do that again. I hope it's not as unstable as it looks. It crashed. Fuck me, bro. Okay, hold on. Let's try this again. Please? Hello? I think it's working. Is it? Maybe it's crashing again. Hello?
Drink water, you dehydrated bitch!
I recently saw this VR horror game. It was so fucking scary. My friends forced me to try it, but it literally fucked me up so bad. I needed to take my asthma spray afterwards. What was the game? Okay, now it's just stuck. Hold on. One more try. The gym? Is it just a VR thing? Okay, and task. Let me validate files again. I already did that earlier, but let's try it again. Come on. Wait, what was that message? Why does it keep crashing, bro? One more. Guess we won't play this demo today. Wait, let me actually read this. Yeah, this isn't even my issue. This is an issue with the game itself. Okay. Oh, wait, something else happened. Hold on. You know what? Let me put... Okay. That is really weird. I never seen a game do this before. Hold on. I want to troubleshoot this. I know I said we don't troubleshoot today, but maybe we are doing it after all. Don't look. Don't look. Do you remember when they made games that were fully playable and didn't need updates all the time? Wait, it's working. Okay. I guess that did the trick. However, if it happens while I'm playing, we're just not gonna play it. I'm waiting for my eggies to boil. Oh, Nibby, what all are you making to eat? Oh, I could go for some egg right now, not gonna lie. Okay. Let's change category. I'll send Shiro over. That's a dangerous game you're playing. There. And there. Median boiled egg and seaweed. My tummy has been upset lately, so I can't eat. Oh no, Nibby, I hope you feel better. I hope you get well soon. Yeah, Yumi, go grab dinner. Oh god, I'm already losing voice already. Okay, it reaches. Game sound is working. Alright. Let's see. I hope this game doesn't crash. How was Ratshaker? It was very good. I think we all cringed and laughed our asses off at the same time. What a beautiful DLC. Okay, it reaches. Alright. Start demo. Hello? Oh, there we go.
Oh, God. What the hell?
It's kind of low.
Oh, God.
Hold on. 50%.
What is this? I need to get out of here.
I hope it reaches for gummy bears. Oh god, okay. Okay, so we're in a cage. Also, my mouse sensitivity is insane. Holy shit. Okay, that's better. I'll be lurking real quick. I need to go shopping and buy gummy bears. Somehow craving them very much right now. Me too. I wish I could buy some. Okay, hold on. Let's try to get out of here.
These symbols, what do they mean?
Fuck if I know. Press E. Oh! Triangle is a number of arms. Show translation? Oh. Age, wait. Age mid-50s, male, mutated? Former researcher, doctor? Ow, my neck. Further observations. Do not breathe when near. It hears your breathing. Properties. Sometimes moves arms independently of the body, obsessed with hands. Legs look weak, crossed out, ran very fast. Voice sounded broken, like words or noise. Okay, so hands are very strong. The legs are weak. Scars, spine exposed, hands in mouth. Right arm stumped with 2 regrown arms. Oh, Yumi has nuggies. Oh my god, everyone has such good food today. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. My cage number? 4, 3, 7, 6. I have to be 5.
Oh, thank God.
Oh!
Now to get out of here.
Alright, I guess, okay. Didn't even need circle. Easy as shit. You have sushi on the way? I'm so jealous.
This wall looks unstable.
Looks like me. Can't hold on. Motion blur off. Thank you so much. Let's put everything on medium. Oh my god, Ellie, what's up? Can I crouch? Okay, yes I can. Oh, I can already tell this game is gonna make me so motion sick. Can I go in? No, okay. Being as unstable as the... You know it. That's what I am. Okay, of course. I guess we go through the wall. Do we just kick it? I guess we do. That's also how you fix me, by the way. Okay. Oh my god, I'm stuck. Okay, there we go. Ellie, no. What do you mean? Man, you guys won't ever let me have anything in life. I swear to God. What was that sound? Where the fuck are we? Ah! Thank you. Oh. What? What are you doing? What do you mean?
What the hell was that?
What is that? Jesus Christ! Oh. You know what? He kinda cute. You died? You don't say. Really? Holy shit, I didn't notice. Holy fuck. That's just red? Yeah. They photocopied my mom? What the fuck? Never mind, it's not cute anymore. Okay, so the glass makes hella noise. And that wakes him up.
Oh shit! What the hell is that?
Okay.
What the fuck was that? It definitely did not look human.
You don't say. Yeah, that did.
This is Officer Thompson. Come in. I need immediate backup at St. Mary's Hospital.
Okay, so we're in a hospital. I knew that much.
Come in! Dispatch!
Okay. Damn, you don't find her cute? Would have traded you no. No trading.
I gotta find somewhere to get a better signal. Fast.
Alright, well... Why are we in here in the first place? What was our goal in here? Oh. Ow. But you died, my bad. I thought it was a makeout session, right? Way to shatter my dreams. Ward number 6. Section number 2. So obviously our objective is to get the fuck out, but why did we get in here in the first place? You can't be fucking serious.
Looks like an old exhibition room. I wonder
Nippy!
what happened here.
I found a snack for you!
Ugh, gross. I don't even want to know what's in those jars.
Whatever the fuck it is. A deformed organic thing preserved in a murky liquid. Okay. Hi, Battle Bro! Well, I'ma leave this here for Nibby to snack on. The only way to shatter your dreams is by prying Leon from your search history. Oh, also, hi, Cerber Inu. Hi. Sorry, I didn't see you because you have the same color as Yumi. But hi, I hope you're doing well. Also, yeah, Yumi. Greasy's mom is... Yikes. That's all I can say. Dr. William Blake. The administration confirms the promotion of Dr. William Blake. From research assistant to independent research officer, exhibition chamber. This promotion recognizes his precise classification of sensitive specimens, his methodical analytical work, and his reliability under difficult working conditions. There are different greens though. Yeah, they might be, but They are literally the same green in OBS. But my OBS keeps fucking up the colors for some reason. Like, a lot of you guys have the same colors, even though I know that they are different. It makes it a bit hard for me to differentiate sometimes, because sometimes I go by colors. But, yeah. Fuzzy, you are a really weird pink, just like Greasy. Like, you and Greasy have the same colors in my OBS. Sometimes Ellie pops up in my chat as orange. Yeah, exactly. It's kind of weird. Yeah, pink, yeah, like a really... Like, I know it has to... I know it should be orange, but it's like a really desaturated pink. I know you guys' colors are so different, actually, but my OBS just likes to fuck it up. Battlebro, you are a really saturated red. I think that one is correct. I think you are supposed to be red. But the color, like that red color that I have in OBS is different than the one you have on Twitch. Like, all of the colors are kind of ugly on my OBS, and I wish I could fix it somehow, but it's not working. I hope I'm still brick red. You're like old period red. If that makes any sense. Yeah, but red is also... But red is red, so fine. Yeah, you're fine, you're fine. Bro, yeah, I'm sorry. All of the colors are really ugly. Dr. Blake will now be assigned in his own office. To continue his research, his duties in the exhibition chamber will be transferred to junior staff. He retains special clearance for Type 3 materials and is required to submit monthly reports to the administration. The hospital congratulates him and looks forward to the continued success of his independent work. Okay. Can I have some pills? Any snacks? Okay, I feel like this is the way forward. Hold on. Never mind. Greasy, stop typing while driving, please. Don't do that. Can I open this door? Nope, of course not. Okay. Leave it till you get home. Exactly. Ah! Jesus! Rude and unnecessary. Oh. Oh. Oh! Ew! What is that? Alright, well... I don't want to fall down that. It's better than drinking and driving? No, none of that is good. Equally bad, yes. I don't like that, me neither. Okay, we gotta choose. Oh, there's Dr. William Blake. Oh, cool. We got some brain. Very nice, very nice. Oh. My dear, please don't work so much. It's wearing you down. It's wearing us down. When you come home in the evening, you're just a shadow of your former self, and our conversations are getting shorter and shorter. You know that next year we'll be celebrating our 20th wedding anniversary, and can hardly believe how quickly the years have passed. I want you to be healthy so that you can really enjoy the stay with me. Please be careful. No project is worth your health, and no discovery is worth losing us. If you see Michael, please give him my regards. Come home early tonight. I doubt that happened. Can I have some pills? Okay, you know what? I feel like I went the right way. I want to see what's in the other doors. I'm gonna close this. What's this? Mike. Oh, that's like Michael. Oh, okay. That's closed. Okay. We all hate going to the right way before having explored everything, right? It's my least favorite thing.
Yesterday my wife sent me a letter. She still doesn't understand. I do love her, truly, but the experiments, they can't wait. But to remind myself of her, I keep the pen that she gave me here. Every time I hold it, I think of her. I hope better days will come, when I can spend more time with her. But for now, I have to go to the laboratory. Important work is waiting for me.
Hold on. There we go. Okay. Important work, you say. I hate it when there's multiple ways and no clear way of where to go, and when you go you can't go back, right? That's why I like open world stuff, because you can explore everything. Multiple ways again. Okay. Hi, Kitsune. Let's close this, just in case. Body parts? Okay, I see. I guess they... Foot stability equals 3. Oh! Nibby! More... more snackies, Nibby! Look, it's a foot! Do I have a weapon? Honestly, how am I an officer without a gun? Or games that give you little confirmation messages before you proceed. Prison Peak added that because people complained about it. Yeah. Ew, Toad. I know it's not the best snack, but sometimes we have to make do with what we have, okay? I like that I can peek into the rooms before going inside. This seems the right way. More snackies! Nibby, better snacks. What do you think? We have some hands, some fingers, some eyeballs, and some pills to wash it all down. More hand. Hand control 1. I feel like I need to know these numbers, not gonna lie.
I tested them all. Feet, toes, fingers, eyes. Failures. Poor stability, no control, reduced force. But the hand, different. Oh. Its design is complex, it's precise and resilient. And even the organism responds to it. Eager, almost instinctive. I poured everything into this. The people around me, they drifted away. My wife once wrote, begging me to stop, to come home. But I cannot stop now. There's no home without this, without the work. The hand will justify all of it.
The hand will justify all of it.
I can't afford any more mistakes. Only progress. Soon it will all be safe.
Okay. I see. Welcome home, Greasy. Give me a second. My mom texted me. Ow. Jesus. I'll text her back later, but I'll tell her you said hi. Random question. If you were an electrical tape, what color electrical tape would you be? That's a good question. I like the yellow ones. I also like, is it electrical tapes that have like different colors that are used for different purposes? I think that's it, right? Need a hand? I think I have plenty of hands here. Thank you, Cerberino. Oh, we can sleep. Let's sleep. Yellow is goated. I do like the yellow one. What would you be, Battle Bro? I keep forgetting things. Maybe it's the lack of sleep. Or the experiments. To make sure I don't forget, I'm writing it down here. The key for the keypad corresponds to the composite strength index of the strongest specimens. Listed in descending order. I must not forget that under any circumstances. If I can't remember it tomorrow, at least these words will remind me. I have no idea what the fuck you're on about. Okay, so... okay, alright. Alright, we need the numbers. Composite strength of the strongest specimens, listed in descending order. Okay, let's find the numbers. I'd be either red or blue. Can't really decide. Both are just useful. There. Okay, let me write this down. Do I have a piece of... I don't have a piece of paper here right now. Okay, where's my notepad? Okay. Fun fact. Teddy's entire family, including grandparents, aunts, and uncles, first heard of me by the name Fatsuck, and most of them still call me that. So please really tell your mom hi for... Okay, I will. 4. And 4. What was the other thing? What was the foot? A 3. Foot 3. Eggies and seaweed acquired. Let's go. Okay, I don't think there was anything here, right? No. I'm gonna have to say the flickering lights make it a bit rough for me to play, but I'll try to play a bit longer. But I can't really handle flickering lights too well. It's gonna lock me in, isn't it? Wait. And force 4. Oh, that's kind of gross. Patient number 40. Hold on. Michael. Wait, so Professor Michael was also a patient? Do you have any other demos to try today? I could check. Hold on. Patient number 42. Michael. I'm gonna read that down as well. I'm gonna type write that down as well. Hand force 4. Oh, more hands. God, there's so many hands. I mean, I have more games we could play. Tasty. Honestly, Nibby, you would be so happy here. Okay. It's only 6 PM and I'm feeling tired. Honestly, I feel you.
Oh, great. A password. There has to be a clue here somewhere.
Oh, man. Ah. Listed in descending order. But there's like nothing. Oh shit, hold on. I can't rotate things. I didn't even know. What am I supposed to do with these numbers then? Maybe strongest specimens means just the hands? Yeah, but it's 4 numbers though, no? I forgot what the other note said. Hold on. Oh, hold on. Is it this? I still don't know. Hold on. CSI. Okay, hold on. Oh, I see. I might have to add them here, maybe. Hold on. The hand is a 9 and foot. Hold on. I'm gonna write this down. Foot is. Shit. Okay, hold on. A foot is 7. Toe is 2. Finger is 4. And hand is 9. And scammer gets scammed. Wait, there's a scam. Where's scammer? Wow, hold on. My OBS is fucking up. What the fuck is my OBS doing? Yeah, I have to do it manually today. I'll do it in a second. Sorry, I'm not sure why it's not doing it automatically today, but we'll just do it manually today. Sorry, I was doing math. You can't expect me to pay attention to 2 things at once. Okay. I'm not that smart, guys. I'm not. Ew, math, yeah. It's a problem. It's a real problem. I also think I might have gum disease. Oh no. That is unfortunate. Hold on. I closed my notepad like an idiot. Okay, let me try it like this first. 2. Okay. In that case, we do... Man, what the fuck? Hold on. Did I do the math wrong? I can't believe you haven't split your brain into 2 bodies. We could have 2 Ellies. I don't think anyone wants to have 2 Ellies. I'm gonna be so real with you. I don't think anyone likes this. You need more numbers? I thought I only need... I'd have 2 Ellies? You wouldn't, trust me. Hold on. Oh, wait! Hold on. I made this... Yeah, I need more. I need more numbers, you're right. Yeah, I need to count. Yeah. Hold on. So the first number is correct. The first number is 7. The toe is 2. Finger is 4. Okay, I need to... Stability. Hand. So the hand stability is 4. I don't know what control and force is. Hold on. Does it only show the stability? What the fuck is happening? No, like control, stability. 5. No, the numbers are correct. I don't get it. Hold on. Oops. Let me delete all of this. Which numbers do you have? I have 7, 2, 4, and 9. However, I didn't write down. I know we had a note at the beginning that told us which body part is like the strongest and stuff, but I didn't really pay attention to that. So the hand is the strongest. So we start with 9. I know the hand is the strongest. Then maybe finger, foot, toe. Okay. What was foot stability? Foot stability was 7. 7, 4, 2. I did it! Okay.
God, it worked.
I got it. I got it. I got it.
Finally.
Hello?
Dispatch, do you copy? I need immediate backup. Come on! Shit! Hey, there's an exit. If I can just get outside, maybe this signal will get through.
Doubt it. Ugh, 2 doors again. Not this door, I guess. Oh, this game is making me motion sick too, though. I'm gonna be not playing this for much longer. Hold your breath? The fuck you mean hold your breath? What do I need to hold my breath for? Hi Einstein. Hallo. Was ist los? Okay. It said not to breathe close to the creature. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Okay. Can you take... Okay, there we go. Ellie's model is terrifying like that? Good. Very good. St. Mary's Hospital, Laboratory Service Basement. What am I hearing? Quick reminder, please do not leave any fuses lying around in the maintenance room. If you remove the fuses for testing purposes, please return them to the fuse box before the end of the day. And make sure they are placed in the correct slots for the exit door. Only slots 1 and 2 are needed. Yesterday we wasted an hour looking for the second fuse that was lying on the table in the maintenance room. This must not happen again. Take them with you, bring them back, it's that simple. Einstein, what do you want? Do you want cuddles or do you want food? I can never tell with you. Einstein, yeah, Einstein is my cat. One of my cats. I was scrolling on X for a little and now I'm sad. It reminded me the other timelines of Gravity Falls, the ones where the Dippers and Mabels went back home without their sibling. Aw. Both, he deserves both. That's true. I also have another cat named Lucy. I'm not sure where she is. Hold on. Okay. Lucy is sleeping on top of my on top of my cabinet. That's one of her favorite spots. Void, yeah. My little void creature. Oh great, a hiding mechanic. I love that. I love that so much. That's good news. Einstein? Hi. Hold on, let me pause the game. Fan-fucking-tastic. Oh, it doesn't even pause the game. Shit. I can't pause Einstein. Hold on. Which creature? Where's the creature? Give Einstein pets from us? I am. Do you want food? Do you want snacks? Hmm? Hold on. Ads are you know what? Ads are starting. I'm gonna go give my cat some snacks real quick. If I die, since this is not pausing the game at all, it is what it is. I will be back. I will be back. Hold on. I'ma just put the game up for you guys. Since it's already set up. Gardic. There we go. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, stay. Kom mee. Don't stare at me too long. Damn, guys, you're so good at this today. What's going on with you? Holy big brains. Crazy. Very impressive. Okay. Ads are almost over. They're so locked in today. Honestly, everyone is so locked in today. Very cool. How do you not have back pain after carrying us like that? I definitely didn't steal a point from Nibby. Damn. Okay, we're gonna play this a little bit more. But this game is not very nice when it comes to motion sickness. So I feel like this is if I end up liking this game, this is gonna be a game that I play on. Oh, I see. That I play on my YouTube channel instead. So I can record it whenever.
What kind of sick experiments are they doing here?
Yummy! Oh. Thank you. Wait. What's happening? Okay. Hi, Einstein. Do you... Einstein, I just gave you snacks. Ah, shit. That's not good. The fuck am I... What am I picking up? A stone? Oh my god, this is not promising at all. Okay. Oh. More stones. How can I throw them somehow? I don't want to be here anymore, me neither. Honestly, why did we get in here in the first place? Oh!
Fuck, it's back. I need to hide somewhere.
Sure. Oh, I see him. Really? That's it? Ah, there we go. He's moving. Where are you going, though? That's the question. Yeah, don't sip your tea right now, Yumi. Especially not you. Go ask the guy if he could let you out. Einstein, not now. Oh my god, not now, child. Please. You know, maybe those are his body parts and he just wants them back. Okay, so he just stays there, I guess. Is this your whole routine? I have to hide, but I have... hold on, can I turn off my flashlight? I can't. Okay, I see his entire routine, I guess.
Something's missing here.
You don't say.
I know something goes here.
Yeah, fuses. What do you mean? Shut the fuck up. Okay. Oh, I see. Shit. Einstein, oh my god, you're going to get me killed. I swear to god, you're going to get me killed. I can't cuddle with you right now. Oh. So many stones. Okay. Ah, shit. I have to go through the glass, don't I? Mother, cuddle me. No, that's literally him right now. But I'm like... Mom needs to survive right now. Child. Oh. Child, please. Not right now. I'm not that close to him. He doesn't hear me. Okay, how can I throw my stuff? Ah, fuck. Oh, his teeth are fingers. You died? Really? I didn't notice. Okay, so I couldn't even open that door, so that was wrong. You forgot to oh my god, you're so right. I'm an idiot. My goodness, you're so right. I'm not gonna open this yet. I feel like it triggers the moment I open the fuse box. So I think I'm okay for now. Yeah, don't be a pussy. It's just body parts. It's just body parts. Calm down. Hello? Okay. Whatever, bro. Like, I'm sure you've seen worse as a police officer. Okay, this shit is closed. Oh, I see that. I can. Okay. I see. That works too. Oh, did it maybe... Hold on. I have an idea.
Fuck. It's back. I need to hide somewhere.
I don't even have to... It's getting warm again? Yeah, same here. It's getting really uncomfortable. Where the fuck are the other fuses supposed to be? Oh, that door opened. Okay, great. Yeah, only needed to... Also, that door opened.
Second fuse should be here somewhere.
Have you hydrated enough? I have, actually, since I'm pissing like a horse.
Drink water, you dehydrated bitch.
I wish I had more tea, though. I want to make more tea. It's finally been rainy enough here to finally turn the AC off, but we're back in hell this week. Yeah. It's not gonna be nice. Ellie definitely pisses, you know it. Ah, shit. Do I have to jump? You cannot be serious. Can you leave? How did that alert him? Like, honestly. Ah, shit. No, 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 no. Go away. He's kind of cute. I fucked up. Can you stop breathing? Please stop breathing. Holy shit. You're so annoying. Do you see his tummy jiggle? That's such good character design. Those are the kind of jiggle physics I'm talking about, bro. Wait, am I stupid?
I need to find something.
Just, is this 1 and 2? That's enough, right?
Okay. The exit door
Yeah,
should
okay.
be open now.
Should be, yeah. Should be. Did your routine change? Okay, it didn't. Is this a bad idea?
Shit, he hurt me!
Yeah, no shit. Of course he did. Ah. Go away! Oh my god. Am I seriously stuck? Nah, you can't be serious, bro. That fucking mode when I died is so fruity. Alright. One more. Don't tell me I need to find the fuses again. Where the fuck am I? Oh, I see. Okay. I would like to not get stuck on things. That would be amazing. I hate chase sequences. They get annoying at a point. Also, Yumi, please turn your volume down. Hello? Oh my god! Stop getting stuck, bro! Jesus Christ! What the fuck is that? Ew! This is disgusting. Oh! What the fuck do you want me to do? That didn't listen to my input at all. What the fuck was I supposed to do? Am I okay? No, I guess I'm not. Okay, one last time before I succumb to my motion sickness, because I can't... One last time. Yeah. Dude, these hands are cool though. Okay, I'ma just spam E and see what happens. Okay, now it's actually listening to my input. Me about to say something about walls of helping hands, but control myself. Oh man. Hello? Oh, there we go. Oh, a flash prison. Ew. Nah.
What the hell just happened? That fucking hand. This can't be real. This can't be real.
Oh, see, that's what you get when you... Was that an eye I saw? I swear I saw an eye somewhere. Also, Tommy holding up, not good. Which means I am going to call it here. And I'm gonna raid you guys out to someone. But yeah, this game is cool, but the motion sickness is awful. That was an experience. That was really cool. I hope I can play like the full game when it comes out, but that will definitely be a YouTube only thing. Definitely just YouTube only. Hi Super, yeah, you're a bit late, I'm sorry. Oh man. Ellie, dearest, perfect time. Hi Senpai. Both of you came in when I'm just about to raid out. But yeah, fucking hell, this motion sickness stuff sucks, dude. It really sucks. Let me see. Thank you for hanging out with me today. It was really fun. Kana is playing Destiny too, so I guess we can go over and join Kana in her adventures. Good to see you all anyways. Good to see you too, Super. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for stream. Thank you for being here, Yumi. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, we have raid messages. First one is for subscribers. Second one is for non-subscribers. I wouldn't know. I just got here. Yeah, I'm sorry, Senpai. I feel really, really motion sick right now, so I have to call it now. I wanted to play for like 3 hours, but I guess no more. No more for today. It was really cool though. Yeah, okay, we have redacted raid. Thank you for hanging out with me, guys. I will see you guys tomorrow. I have a spooky collab tomorrow with Ari. Our first collab together. I'm very excited. Yeah, tomorrow. I hope I can stream tomorrow. We'll see. Otherwise, I'll send you guys a link to her channel so you can watch us play Labyrinthine. What time? 7 p.m. our time. 7 p.m. Which is... yeah, 7 p.m. CEST. Yeah. More early time tomorrow. Yeah. But yeah, thank you for hanging out with me. We're gonna go raid Kana. Hold on, I keep forgetting that I have to do it in the Twitch chat and not my OBS chat. Raid at Kana. Sorry, that by... oh, wow. Okay, you... okay, my throwing stuff is broken again. Doesn't fucking matter though. We're gonna go leave. Dude, at some point, I'm just gonna crash out so fucking hard. I swear to God. I guess I go... yeah, please go refund. It's all breaking. It's including my fucking mental. My mental is breaking too. But yeah, yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow, hopefully. Yeah, give Kana some love. She deserves it. She's playing Destiny too. And yeah, I'll see you guys. Bye-bye.